All right, welcome viewers to episode 3 of Unbiased Boxing with El Lobo, featuring yours truly, El Lobo. We have a special guest, one of my favorite young fighters, one of the best young fighters I've seen with my own two eyes. We have Mr. Young Paul Cano and Pops Richard Cano. How you guys doing today?
I'm doing great.
Great, awesome. I know you guys are feeling great because Mr. Paul done won Junior Golden Gloves this weekend. How does it feel, champ?
It feels great. I love the opportunity to fight in the Junior Golden Gloves.
Yeah, awesome. Now we gonna start with that. So how did it feel to take us through the amateur, the amateur circuit for that weekend? I know you guys had an early weigh-in. I think it was like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
What weight did you fight at?
I fought at 60, but there was nobody at my weight, so they just moved me up to 65, and I fought from there.
Hold on. So you went up in weight and won it?
Yeah.
Whoa. Was that your first time fighting at 65?
No.
Okay. But you're more comfortable at 60?
Yeah.
Okay. Now take me through the was it the whole weekend? Was it Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or was it Friday and Saturday? How did it go?
It was Friday and Saturday, and sometimes they said it could be Sunday if you had another fight.
Right.
But I only had to fight on Friday.
Mm-hmm. And how was that? Was it somebody you fought before? Or?
Yeah, I had fought him 2 times. The 2 first times I beat him, and this time I beat him again.
He 0-3. So how was it? So since you were comfortable fighting him, you already fought him 2 times. Was it easy to make the adjustments in there? Was he kind of a similar style than the last times, or was it a little bit different? You had to kind of figure him out a little bit.
I mean, it was a little bit different because I had fought him in 2018 or 19.
Oh yeah.
So the one was in the beginning of the year, and I think it was in the end of 2019.
Right.
And then now I had fought him. I knew. I think in my head I was like, he's gotten better, but so have I.
Right, definitely.
And he hasn't worked harder than me.
Ooh.
I knew I was ready.
Definitely.
I knew I was ready.
Definitely. Absolutely. And then you said the first time you fought him was 2018?
I think. I'm
How
not
long?
sure.
It was 19.
Then the beginning of 19.
How long you been fighting?
I've been fighting since I was 4.
4 years old.
And now I'm 11, so 7 years.
Whoa. I can see it too. I believe it too. Your skills are definitely incredible.
Thank you.
4 years old. How did you guys get into this? At 4 years old, was Dad watching a lot of video? Were you a fighter yourself?
I used to fight when I was younger, but it was like YMCA type of thing, so it was just in the backyard type of. So it wasn't really anything amateur style or anything like that. But since then, I fell in love with boxing and, always watched boxing.
Yeah.
And I just knew that I wanted to be a part of it in some way or form. And when I had my son, at 3 years old, watching a boxing match, I think it was one of Mayweather's fights.
Yeah.
Like after that, I'm like, you know what? Let me get him on the mitts and see what we can do a little bit.
Old.
Yeah, and he learned a whole routine. It took him like 5 minutes to learn a routine, and after that, I was like, wow, you know what? We got to continue with it and see what happens.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So do you remember 4 years old? Do you remember doing the mitts and your routine?
I don't think I remember doing the first one, but I remember a whole lot of stuff that we did when I was younger.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was something that you've been loving since you were a kid, huh?
Yep.
Ooh, that's incredible. I didn't know that. That's incredible.
Yeah,
do you play any other sports, or boxing is your full?
I have fun and play other sports, say with my friends and stuff at school.
Right.
But now my main focus is just boxing.
Do they
boxing?
Do your friends know you box?
Some of them, not all of them.
Not all of them. They be trying to test you.
A lot of kids.
Yeah.
Comes with the territory.
Definitely. Now, I had a question. How old are you now? 11, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
What keeps you focused? I know you started at 4 years old. Being that young, sometimes it's hard to stay focused, especially as a kid. You have so many different interests. 1 minute you're in a boxing, the next minute, I want to play basketball. You're kind of wavered by what your friends are doing. I don't know how many friends you have that fight, but over 7 years?
Yeah, 7 years.
What's kept you so focused?
I mean, what kept me focused is just a love for boxing, because if I just play another sport like basketball or stuff, it don't hit me inside boxing does.
Yeah, for sure.
Boxing, it feels like it's in me. I was born to do this.
Ooh, I got chills, man. That's crazy. I didn't know you. I know you was boxing for a minute. I didn't know you was boxing since you was 4, man.
Yeah.
He started coming wet in the bed boxing.
Yeah,
Whoa.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Started coming to the gym here. Ramos Gym was our first actual gym that we were a part of.
Yeah.
And he came here at 6, and we've been here ever since then. So about 5 years here at this gym.
Man, kudos to you, Pops, for him seeing, being consistent. Because a lot of times, you can lose interest. You can be like, nah, especially with him being so young, and for you guys to stay, still going strong. That's definitely, oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
And I know when I spoke in my first episode, I spoke with Abel about the dynamic between his brothers.
Yeah.
How was the dynamic between, the father son? Because you watch boxing,
Absolutely.
There's a lot of stress, with some of the fighters, Teofimo Lopez and his pops, for example.
Right.
So it could be very, strenuous, where he said before in the past where he'll go out to eat with his dad, and his dad's like, why are you eating that? You're supposed to be training.
Right.
How do you guys separate that so when it's time for you to train, you train, but when it's time to be pops and have fun, you could do that. How do you guys separate that?
That's kind of hard sometimes because, to be honest, probably the way that we help separate it is his mother, his mom. She's a big part of this. Sometimes I'm not able to take him to the gym, got to work and all these things, and she's right there dedicated just as much as I am, if not more than me. And,
shout out to mom.
Shout out to moms for sure. She helps keep
Love
me
you,
motivated
Mom.
as well, for sure.
And then that definitely helps with you being motivated too. So that family dynamics is very strong, very important, definitely.
Absolutely.
Now, with him, his upbringing, who did you watch? Because I know before in the past I've said, I see him doing shadow boxing. I see some of his mitt work. It reminds me of Mel Charlo a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm not, just the angles, the way he moves his feet. Who were some fighters that you watched that kind of, I want to take that game and kind of implement that in my son?
There's like too many to get into all of them, and I don't want to leave people out, but there's so many. I mean, like you said, Charlo is one of them. Of course, Mayweather. Of course, Canelo, Gervonta, Shakur Stevenson is who I'm really high on right now, as well as Devin Haney and Lomachenko. Right. So those are a lot of the guys that I look at and try to instill some of the things that I see in them.
Oh, for sure.
In him.
I definitely see it. Yeah. I definitely see it. And every time, I think I know you guys for about 3 years now.
Yeah, it's been out there.
The improvement is incredible. When I first saw you, I was like, whoa, this kid is. If he was our age, we'd be in trouble. And it's still like that. A couple more years. Hey, we gonna have to clear the gym out. Let's do this. Let's do this serious.
I can't wait, man. When he's 14, 15, that's when he gets the real dog in him,
Exactly.
And that's when things change. So I can't wait till that time.
Definitely. And I know your dad. He'd rattle off a list of great fighters. Give me your top 3.
My top 3, like favorite.
3? Yeah.
1, Shakur Stevenson.
Okay.
2, Canelo. And 3, Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson.
What?
Yeah.
What?
That's another guy we left out. And actually, in his last fight, before he actually started the fight, before he walked forward, the first thing, and actually his mother's the one that said it, it said Mike Tyson. Yeah. And right there, he nodded his head like, yep, because he already knows what that means.
Really?
Yeah, because we watched a lot of film, and he knows what type of things we expect from him when he gets in that ring.
That guy right there.
Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah, he is right here, huh? Definitely. That's incredible. Incredible. So, following up on the weekend, champion, what's next for you? Is there, I know from my understanding, there's a regional Golden Gloves. Is it regional junior Golden Gloves coming up?
I think, I'm not sure.
His next one's probably going to be at the Junior Olympics in Kansas.
Yeah.
When is that?
July.
Oh, July.
Yeah, sometime in July, mid-July.
Okay.
So we'll be out there in Wichita, Kansas for that.
How long is that? About a week?
It's a 5-day tournament.
5-day tournament?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
I'm
ready.
I already know. Definitely. And then go ahead and tell the viewers, like, what kind of, you've been doing this for a long time, so you the only reason why you're not a professional is because of your age.
Yeah.
So what are some, like, the train, like, do you wake up early in the morning, you go run? What does your routine look like throughout the day?
Now I'm on summer break, but no, I would wake up and I would go to school, come back, and I would run.
How long you run?
I run like 6 miles, 4 to 6 miles, and then after that, I would leave to the gym.
That's an everyday thing too for him. You know, he actually runs track at school too.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to tell him take it easy a little bit.
Right.
And, you know, he's very very aggressive and motivated and determined to continue to prove people wrong. Even me, he wants to prove me wrong sometimes when I tell him that's enough. You can't do too much more than that. I don't want you to. He shows me I can do everything. And, you know, that's the same kind of thing that I see from Terrence Crawford a lot. And that's one of the guys I left out that I shouldn't leave out because he's actually my number one. And we get a lot from him.
Right. What were you going to say?
Actually, my top three, it would be Shakur.
No, you can't change it now.
No, it's because I left out Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is a great fighter, and I watched a lot of his videos to see, learn from, what mistakes I do, and I could learn from his fights and learn from my fights to, get better.
Definitely. When I'm an Errol Spence fan, so when that fight gets made, we'll talk. We'll talk. But you say you play track. What will you do the 1600, the 3200? What's your events in track?
I mean, it's not really like that, but in school, it's because I'm still younger, so I'm not in the actual.
Oh, competing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just me. I'm just running around, keep running and running for I don't know how long it is, but I just keep running as much as I can.
Yeah. Okay, but continue on with you say you're in track in school, and then you're running 4 to 6 miles. That's incredible.
And then I come to the gym. Our routine is I stretch for 3 rounds.
Yeah.
And then I get in the ring and shadow box, but it's not no normal shadow boxing. It's shadow boxing like I'm in an actual fight.
Definitely.
And practicing stuff to do.
Yeah.
And then after that,
how many rounds of that do you do?
We do 6 rounds of shadow boxing, hard shadow boxing, and after that, we'll hit the bag probably for a little bit sometimes, and then we'll get
4 or 5 rounds.
4 or 5 rounds.
Yeah. And then after that, we get on the mitts.
Yeah.
That's about 4 to 6 rounds, 8 rounds sometimes, depending.
This is every day.
Monday through Saturday. Yeah.
And I'm gonna go on record and say, the times I've seen you spar 9, 10.
Oh yeah.
10 rounds.
I a little bit. Sometimes, not all the time. I spar 12 rounds.
With different opponents too, not just one dude. One dude will get tired and then they swap the next one in. And they get tired, still going strong. Definitely. Oh man, what's your favorite part of training? What's your favorite and the worst part?
My favorite part is being able to do this with my mom and my dad, and they're staying with me.
That's beautiful.
And continuing this with me.
I already know what the hardest part is.
Losing weight.
Yeah.
Cutting weight.
Yeah.
Losing weight.
Yeah.
Do you ain't gotta tell me the number, but are you far away from is your normal walk around weight far from 60, or is it not?
Oh no.
Okay.
No.
He just doesn't like missing out on good food.
Oh yeah.
It's hard for me.
Yeah, I feel you.
But I stay strong and get the job done.
As much as you're running and being so young, your metabolism is fast. So, oof. Yeah, I'm still tripping off of 4 to 6 miles, man. Yeah. So other than your family, which is definitely important as far as aspirations, who do you look up to?
I look up to probably Shakur Stevenson because he's focused and whenever he don't worry in his fights he don't worry about the crowd. It's just him and his opponent and he's ready and just getting the job done.
I could definitely see that gaming, that composure, especially in your sparring. I've seen clips of you fight. I actually saw you fight last month at the event. Your composure is absolutely incredible. I love your angles. I love your speed. I love the way you and your dad have a good chemistry where your dad says one thing, you boom, click, boom, you're doing it. So keep up the good work, bro. Your journey, is definitely an inspiration for all of us, especially myself. I look at you.
Thank you.
I like to say I work hard, but when I see you working, I'm like, I can't do it. I remember this one time, you were in here shadow boxing, and your dad was like, "We doing 6 rounds, something like that, 7 rounds," and I was like, "They doing more than me?" No. So I do that amount because I saw you. So it's definitely you help even an adult like myself. You put that motor in me to work harder. So I appreciate you. Man.
You're welcome.
Definitely. Definitely.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, man.
And you know, we do hear a lot of stories like that. We get random guys that come into the gym, you know, get some training done or something, and they always either come up to me or my wife and ask, "Is that your son over there? You know, I see something special in him. Continue with what you're doing." And that happens everywhere we go.
Yeah,
everywhere.
His recent fight too.
I already know. And then with my first guest, Abel, you know, he's
Great fighter.
Yeah,
by the way.
yeah, he's been fighting for a long time since he was at a young age. And one of the things I asked him was, you know, what can you tell yourself? You know, what type of advice can you tell yourself if you can give yourself some advice from the beginning of your career? He said patience. So I see you. You know, you like to, you know, go. Continue being patient. Continue being humble. Listen to your dad. You gonna be awesome.
Stay motivated.
Yep, stay motivated, man. You definitely see 11 now. Okay, 3 years you're gonna be punishing a lot more guys. You can go pro. You know, what's
17,
about 17
about
going?
17. Go to med school, get his first,
Oh,
you know, 10,
man.
15 fights. Acclimated to the styles, you know.
You probably gonna be world champ by 21, 22, something like
I
that.
don't want to push them too early.
No, I'm already knowing. I see it. I see it. But
That's
like
a
one
dream.
step at a time. Definitely
I still
continue.
want to try to see if we can get them to go to the Olympics too.
Oh yeah, for
so,
sure,
you know.
for sure. And that'll be the 2024. 20, is that 2024 or 2025? I know with COVID it kind of
Yeah, it did
it
change
pushed
it
things
up a little
back.
bit, so it made it confusing. But yeah, for sure, definitely
Yeah.
gonna try to get that as one of our check off lists on
Yeah,
the way to
for sure.
to champion.
For sure. I can't wait. I look forward to, you know, seeing what I can learn from you, you know, upcoming, you know, looking forward to how the rest of the year is for you. If you don't mind, just tell the viewers where they can follow you, you know, what social media platform they can you know, check you out on.
I got Instagram. It's Cano11, and it's not mine, but we have this Top Box. That's what it's called, Top Box, on Instagram.
It's Top Box LLC.
Okay.
It's on Facebook. Yeah, you can follow us there. We have,
We have
a lot of boxing stuff on there.
Yep.
So
Okay, yeah, check my guys out. Check my guys out. Now I know what you can do. Y'all know what he can do. You know what you can do, but it's time for you to show the viewers what you can do. So we're gonna do some mid work. We're gonna, you know what I'm saying, show your skills and represent you a little bit, man.
Yep.
Let's
Thank
get
you.
it. Let's
Thank
get
you.
it.
mess that one up. Again, this time to catch on both sides.
Smooth, man.
Straights again. Is that good? One more. You need to step back and right here. That hook, okay? That one up. Fuck it up again.
absolute break. But